This is the sound of raw strategic power, the Rockwell B-1b Lancer, a machine that can carry 75,000 pounds of ordnance, more than any other bomber in the U.S. fleet, at supersonic speeds, just feet above the tree line. To do that, you don't just need an engine, you need a controlled explosion on a scale most people can't comprehend. The B-1b is powered by 4 General Electric F101-GE-102 afterburning turbofans. Each one, in full afterburner, produces over 30,000 pounds of thrust. Combined, that's more than 120,000 pounds of force, enough to push a fully loaded bomber weighing over 400,000 pounds straight up into the sky. To put that in perspective, a top-fuel dragster produces roughly 11,000 horsepower. Each F101 engine produces the equivalent of over 17,000 horsepower. The B-1b has 4 of them. That's 68,000 horsepower, enough to power a small town, or in this case, shove a 200-ton aircraft past the speed of sound. But the F101's true genius isn't just its brute force. It was GE's first afterburning turbofan. It was designed to be efficient at low altitudes, where the air is thick and resistance is high, and then open up the afterburners to punch through the sound barrier. It's a masterpiece of engineering. And that masterpiece had a secret: its core. That core, the high-pressure compressor, the combustor, and the high-pressure turbine, was so good, General Electric didn't stop with the bomber. They took that core, shrunk the fan, and added a longer, lighter afterburner. The result? The General Electric F110. This engine became the heart of the American fighter fleet. It powers the legendary F-14 Tomcat, giving it the raw thrust to intercept Soviet bombers at Mach 2.4. It powers the F-15 Eagle, giving it that famous power-to-weight ratio that lets it climb like a rocket. And it powers the F-16 Fighting Falcon, giving it the instant throttle response needed for dogfighting. The F-110 produces roughly the same 30,000 pounds of thrust as the F-101, but in a package that's hundreds of pounds lighter. It's the same DNA, the same core, optimized for a different mission: agility over payload. But what if you don't need afterburners? What if your mission is to fly higher than almost anything else for 10 hours straight in total silence? Take that same core, remove the afterburner, and you get the GE F118. It powers the Lockheed U-2S Dragon Lady. The U-2 is a glider with a jet engine. It needs to sip fuel, not gulp it. The F118 is a testament to the efficiency of that original F101 core. It produces a relatively modest 19,000 pounds of thrust, but it does so reliably for hours on end at the very edge of the atmosphere. It's the quiet, high-altitude endurance of the same family that shatters windows on a runway. And now, the most surprising member of the family. You've flown on it, probably hundreds of times. In the 1970s, GE partnered with the French company Snecma. They took that same F101 core, the high-pressure section from a supersonic bomber, and wrapped it in a massive 60-inch fan. The result was the CFM56. This is the most successful jet engine in history. It powers the Boeing 737 and the Airbus A320 family. It's the engine that democratized air travel. Every time you fly, you are likely trusting your life to a direct descendant of a nuclear bomber engine. The same core that pushes a 200-ton bomber past the speed of sound at treetop level is the same core that quietly carries millions of people across the ocean every single day. From the brutal, supersonic shockwave of the B-1b Lancer, to the dogfighting agility of the F-16, to the stratospheric silence of the U-2, to the reliable hum of a 737 on final approach. It all started with one engine, the F-101, the bone's heart, a design so powerful it changed the world, from the battlefield to the friendly skies. No prompt received. 4 engines, 120,000 pounds of thrust, a roar that can be felt in your chest from miles away. This isn't just a bomber, it's a supersonic sledgehammer. But to understand the B-1b Lancer, you have to understand the miracle of engineering buried deep within its nacelles.
the General Electric F101-GE-102.
In the early 70s, the Air Force needed a miracle. They wanted a bomber that could cruise for thousands of miles, but also sprint at supersonic speeds to evade Soviet interceptors. GE's answer was the F101. While the original B-1A program was canceled in 1977, the engine lived on. When the program was resurrected as the B-1b Lancer, GE refined the engine into the -102 variant we know today, a power plant designed specifically for low-level, high-speed penetration. The F101-GE-102 is a dual-spool augmented turbofan. Let's break down the architecture. The fan. At the front sits a two-stage axial fan. It's built rugged to withstand bird strikes and debris common during the B-1's signature low-altitude treetop flight profiles. The core. This is the legendary GE core. It features a 9-stage high-pressure compressor and an annular combustor. This design was so efficient, it eventually became the DNA for the CFM56, the most successful commercial engine in history. The turbines. A 1-stage high-pressure turbine drives the compressor, while a 2-stage low-pressure turbine powers the front fan. The bypass. It has a bypass ratio of 2.01 to 1. In the world of military jets, that's high. This gives the B-1b the fuel efficiency it needs to stay airborne for 12 hours at a time without refueling. Let's talk numbers. When the pilot pushes those 4 throttles into the gate, the -102s dump raw fuel into the augmenters. The convergent-divergent iris nozzles at the back expand, and the Lancer is pushed to a top speed of Mach 1.25. But more importantly, it provides the low-end grunt needed to haul a 75,000-pound payload of bombs off a runway. Perhaps the most incredible thing about the F101 isn't what it does for the B-1b, but what it gave to the rest of the world. If you've ever flown on a Boeing 737 or an Airbus A320, you've flown on this engine's cousin, the CFM56. If you've seen an F-16 or an F-14 Tomcat screaming through the sky, you've likely seen the F-110, which is essentially an F-101 with a smaller fan. Even the B-2 Spirit's F-118 engines are direct non-afterburning descendants. The F-101 didn't just power a bomber, it powered the modern era of aviation. The B-1b Lancer is nearing the end of its storied career, set to be replaced by the B-21 Raider. But until that final flight, the F101-GE-102 will continue to provide the thunder that defines American air power. Next time you see a bone streak across the sky, remember, you're not just looking at a bomber, you're looking at one of the most successful pieces of jet machinery ever built.
No prompt receipt.